Hey, we are live. I'm so glad you could join me. I have a patient who is a travel nurse. She's from a little bit of everywhere that we are going to do a little live checkup on. So I don't know how I can flip the camera. Let's. I want to do it all. All right. Does this flip the camera? Yeah, it does. So this is Bethany. So Bethany is a travel nurse. She is, I think, currently in California. And we are going to see her. This was her 3 weeks ago. And this is her just yesterday. So she is about 3 weeks and 2 days after her surgery. And we're going to get her to join here. Let's see if she's with me. Not just yet. And we're going to have her join and talk a little bit about what her recovery's been like. So get your questions ready. Oh, my favorite surgeon. Thank you so much. Where am I located? I'm in St. Louis, Missouri, right in the middle of the country. Let's see when I can find Bethany join us. She will be on to talk to us as well. Yes, she is supermarket girl. So she's the girl that had her drains in and still went to the supermarket and got her some distilled water and some protein shakes and just a little bit of everything. And that's one of the good things about being here in St. Louis is you don't know anybody. So you can just be yourself. Oh, here she goes. Let's see. I found her. Let's see if we can. What techniques do we use for rhinoplasty with thick skin? We will get to that a little bit. Hi from Greece. Hey, how are you? Oh, there we go. There's Bethany. How are you?
Hey, I think my service isn't the greatest.
You look great.
Good, how are you?
That's good. I
Is
see
it
you
breaking
and
up?
hear you now. It's okay. It's okay.
Okay, I might have to walk
So,
around.
had a couple people.
Okay.
That's okay. No problem. Let's see what happens. So, I had a couple people ask what you had done. I'm going to remind them here. So, she had a deep neck lift, chin implant, rhinoplasty, and some fat rebalancing. And so, we took a little bit of just optimization of all the different contours. That was 3 weeks ago. This is a couple days ago. And what you're seeing live is now. Bethany, they say you're cute. Is that true? Are you cute?
Well, thank you. You helped me a lot with that.
Just a little refinement. That's really about it.
Yeah. No, I
Uh,
appreciate it. It looks very natural.
how are you feeling about everything so far?
I feel great. I feel like my life has already changed so much. I see your cat in the background. I feel
Oh, is
like my
Rocky
life,
coming to join?
yeah. I feel like my life has changed so much already just in the short amount of time because I'm only 3 weeks and like a day or two maybe post-op from 422. So yeah, I'm really excited with the results. I mean, it looks amazing,
You know, some
and I'm
someone was saying someone was saying that your hair was camouflaging something around your ear when I posted it.
I
Would you show me your ear real quick just so we can satisfy
yeah,
them on. You
yeah.
don't take your earbud
Sorry
out. It's
about
okay.
that too.
Oh no, don't be sorry. So there's no incisions around her ear at all. There's nothing to camouflage. She looks great. Um, I have to tell you what, you look amazing. You're 3 weeks. You still have some swelling in your jawline, your nose, and that kind of stuff. But that's a home run as far as I'm concerned. And then you
And
came up
I
with.
think being compliant really has a lot to do with it. Huh?
I said you were extremely compliant. You did everything right. I mean, so I think it was our Meg, our post-op nurse, read you. I know our intra-op nurse read you all the instructions beforehand. You knew them all stone cold. Kelly, our post-op nurse, went over your instructions with you and your sister. You both knew them stone cold. I mean, there was no question about anything, which I absolutely love.
Yeah, well, I did have questions here and there because it is a lot of information to remember, but everybody was so great, and I wanted to make sure to do everything just because I didn't want to. I was just, I guess, scared if anything were to happen, but everything's been running so smoothly.
Yeah, and when I meant you had no questions, I don't mean you weren't allowed to ask questions. I mean like everything we
Yeah,
taught you, you knew forwards and backwards and inside and out. It was just awesome.
it helps that I'm in
So hey,
healthcare.
there you go. So Marla June wants to know, and I want you to be honest with all these answers. Marla June is going right for the big question: did the drain hurt coming out?
I was so scared. I'm the type. I'm a horrible patient as far as like I'll keep scooting away. Like you have to kind of chase me. because I just don't like to be touched. And she was so quick and easy. It really wasn't bad. It's more mind over matter for me
Mhm.
personally. They pull them out so quick, and I know that might not settle well with some people's stomachs maybe, but it was not much. They didn't even have to put a band-aid or anything on it. Like you just kept it open and it closed naturally.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Mm-mm.
And then someone asked about what it was like getting on a plane back to California um, with all the stuff. What do you think about that?
I drove, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. Well,
I
that's all right.
drove.
That's a good answer.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah, well,
that's
I
a good.
asked you prior. I reached my 10-day mark. So I was able to eat normal food again at that point and everything. So, which was great for hitting the road. So I did everything up until day 10. And then I hit the road for 2 days. I drove to California because my cat and everything I own is in my car. You know, I don't have an apartment or
Only
anything. And I was moving to
psychopaths have
California
cats.
because
You
I
know
am
that,
a
right?
travel. I have one too. Yep. So, because of my lifestyle of being a travel nurse for 2 years, I had to drive to California. It was not a fun drive, to be honest, but I made it here and it was okay.
Good. A couple other questions someone's asked. You look amazing. Are you still swollen under your jaw? Do you still feel like you're swollen around your jaw and your nose?
Oh, yeah. Oh, I'm still like, it's so hard because people don't know what I look like. I mean, besides the pictures and stuff, but I know I'm still very swollen, um, still lumpy in some areas. Uh, And my nose too. My nose seems wider than it was before. That's still the swelling, but the swelling has gone down a lot. Like because I still put the tape on it. They told me to do it for a month. So every night I put the tape on, and I can tell just by putting the tape on, the swelling has gone down. Just how it feels when I press on it and everything.
Yeah. So at this point, under the chin in this kind of area right here, that's swollen. That'll take 3 or 4 months to mostly be gone.
Mm-hmm.
On the nose, it usually takes the front view takes the longest. It feels like it's fat on the front view, and the
Mm-hmm.
tip seems a little way. So it's one of these things where you see improvements early on, but I like to say first you pay for it, then you earn it. You paid
Yeah.
for it, but now you're earning it. You're earning it through your patience. It takes
Yeah.
several months to get.
I already feel
Let's
so
see.
much more confident with it though. Like I love the results already, and I know that they're not done yet.
Well, so tell me about that. Tell me about the confidence bit, or just the mental piece of it, or really anything. Because
Yeah.
people, go ahead.
Sorry. Yeah, just in general, like my photos, like I mean, even if you look on my Instagram, like I predominantly had like front view photos. And like now all of my photos are the side view of showing everybody, showing the progress, but I feel confident. Like I love the side view, the profile view now. And it wasn't like that before. And it's so funny because like I don't have very many profile photos prior to surgery, and just looking at the before and the before, like that to me is just so crazy, but that really was me.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Someone asked, what did she have done? She had her nose. I did a little bit of support to the tip and refined the bridge a little bit. Fat rebalancing versus fat transfer. So to me, fat rebalancing is we add where we need to add and we subtract where we need to subtract. It's truly rebalancing. So I took a little bit of fat out of the lower portion of her cheek. That takes a little longer to see. That's that buccal fat. And then I built some fat up into the high cheekbone to the back corners of the jawbone. And that was kind of a decision we made on the meet and greet, correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I kind of sprung that on her. I was like, hey, I'd like to add a little strength to the top part of the jaw and to the back corner of the jaw, and that's going to do really well. That's going to really improve just kind of the upward feeling of your face instead of being kind of lower jowl or bottom heavy. So that's what
Yeah.
fat thing is.
Yeah.
And then deep neck lift. I want a
Yeah.
chin and a chin implant.
Yes.
Uh, when that is healed, you won't even know you have it. But are you feeling stiffness in that area right now when you talk and when you move and that kind of stuff?
Yeah. It feels a little weird. you know, just all down here, I it's just a little numb, and I'm not used to it yet. I mean, I love the results. Like I love looking in the mirror, but just the feeling of it's just, I don't even know how to explain it.
Yeah, it is. It's I haven't had one. Obviously, my patients tell me all the time. It just feels, and I can feel it when I feel it with my fingers. It feels woody, and it feels stiff, and it feels
Yeah.
doughy.
Yes,
And that's just having surgery. You probably that same feeling down under your chin, right?
I do. It's
Like
all right
down under
here.
here.
It feels very similar. It's
Yeah,
all right under here. So I don't
or
really
like
touch it very much.
maybe. Yeah.
Yes,
Does the tip of
the
your nose
tip
feel that?
feels, yeah, the tip of the nose. I don't even know what the sensation is, slightly different because I this is a little bit more numb, but
Yeah.
yeah, it's a little weird still touching my face. So, I lightly wash.
That all comes back. It'll all come back. The kind of frozen, numb feeling area will just shrink and shrink and shrink and shrink until it feels all normal. Um,
Mm.
so let's see. Someone asked, "Have I done anyone in their mid 70s but healthy?" Absolutely. Yeah. So as long as you're healthy, there's no maximum age. Um, you are Bethany, 32, correct?
Mhm. Yep.
And you said you had a lot of young people reach out to you just for kind of your feedback and your thoughts, and that you feel like there's a lot of younger people that don't know really much about this.
Yeah, definitely. I've definitely have friends and stuff open up to me and say that they are interested in surgery now from that. Not that I'm trying to convince people to have surgery at all, but it's nice to know what your options are. And if you've always had that insecurity, it's nice having a younger person just to represent and to show like it's okay if you do want surgery, your body, your choice, but it is okay and it's not shameful because there's still a little bit of a taboo with surgery, but I don't feel that way at all with myself.
Well, there's some people I had one of my previous posts, might not have been about you, it's another young woman. She had similar procedures done, and someone said, "Oh my God, that's so much surgery, for such a young person."
Yeah,
And it is and it's not, because I mean, so are you supposed to live unhappy for 20 years just so someone else thinks it's the right time for you to have surgery? I mean, you're going to have the benefits of these changes for the next 60 years.
exactly.
Yeah, so these are things that, age, you're going to have a better quality of life because of them. So I don't see a problem, you know, doing that. Someone asked where you stayed while you were here. You want to touch base on that just a little bit?
Touch base on what? I'm sorry. It cut out.
Where did you stay? Where did you stay when you came to town?
Oh, I stayed at an Airbnb. I've been living in and out of Airbnbs for 2 years and hotels. Airbnbs are better because they have a full fridge, they have a full kitchen. It's someone's house or apartment that they're renting out to you. So there is a lot of benefits to that. Sometimes if you book them in advance, you can get them cheaper than a hotel. Unfortunately, mine was last minute because I don't know what was going on in town when I came, but the hotels, I'm already limited because I have a pet. So great.
She's breaking a little bit on my end, but a lot of people use Airbnb. Um, we have a Ritz fairly close by. We have
I
a
think it
Hilton really
froze.
close by, and then we have some extended stay time. That's okay. There you go. We got your back. Someone wants to know what happened to your star tattoos. I think. Let me see. Is it your? Let's see your right ear so we can prove it's you. Oh, she froze again. But so yeah, different people do stay at different locations. So the closest hotel is a Hilton, and it's right by my office, like within a couple blocks. The only negative, it's a little bit older, and there's no refrigerator. The rooms are a little smaller. So we typically recommend people stay at one of the extended stay hotels or an Airbnb or the Ritz or the Four Seasons. They're all a little bit further away, but they're definitely worth it. Oh, we lost her. We'll get her back on when she joins back up. So, a couple questions in the meantime. What are chin implants made of? They're made of a hard rubber silicone. They don't leak, they don't melt, they don't pop. You can carve them, and they are generally a lifetime device. So, it's the kind of thing that you don't have to redo or that kind of stuff. A chin implant is generally once in a lifetime. Let's see if I can find. There she goes. All right, let's bring her back on. Someone asked what's my specialty. I only do face. It's all I do. I do rhinoplasty, I do facelifts, I do neck lifts, eyelids, chin implants, but I don't do anything else. I don't do body surgery or breast surgery or anything like that. So let's see. She should be joining us here in a second. I just pulled her up. Oh, someone's telling me that Hilton is getting completely remodeled in a year or so. That would be amazing. I hope that's true.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Hey,
I
Bethany.
lost service. Hi. I have really bad service ever since I got the iPhone 13.
That's okay.
This happens a lot.
That's okay. I'm sorry. What would
That's
the
okay.
length of stay be? For something we had Bethany do, we have the people stay about 10 days or something like that. Yeah, the neck then stay about 10.
Mm-hmm. I heard someone was
Well,
asking
good.
me about the tattoo. It's on this side. So it's really me.
So
Yeah.
it's so her phone is mirrored right now. So her left ear looks like her right ear and vice versa. So in the pictures that you see here, it's her right ear, but because her phone is mirrored, it's going to look like her left ear there in real life. So I promise it's her. It's the same. There they are. Okay, good. It's so funny. People are so skeptical all the time, as far as
Yeah.
what's being hidden, what's being camouflaged. And I had people, people commenting on moles and teeth and all kinds of stuff, trying to prove it's not.
Yeah.
So, well, good.
It's all of it is reality of me.
Let's see. What else can we ask you before I let you go? I don't want to keep you too long.
Oh no, it's okay.
What else would you like to share with people?
I don't know. I'm just grateful to do the Instagram live and to help anyone that's roughly my age, just to have someone representing for them, because I know, especially this particular plastic surgery, I feel like for younger people, it's just really good to have somebody to have the before and after and to make you feel a little bit more comfortable with it, with decisions, and to know what your options are, not knowing that you could have this kind of surgery and a chin implant and how much that could really balance out your face if that's what you want.
Yeah. So some people joined in a little bit later. How old is she? She is 32. What did she have done? She had a deep neck lift, which is what changes this contour, and it's not liposuction. It's changing everything underneath that layer, even actually. That's what reveals that neck. A little bit of chin augmentation, some fat rebalancing, and then a rhinoplasty. Someone asked how long the surgery was. Do you know how long the surgery was?
It was roughly 6 hours, something like that.
It was almost exactly 6 hours. And I'm just curious. I want you guys to type in the comment box. Is 6 hours longer than you thought it would be or shorter than you thought it would be? Comment in there if it was longer or shorter. People watching, I'm just curious. What did you think? How long did you expect it to be?
I didn't think it would be. When I was told 6 hours, I was like, wow, that's a long time. But it's really not. And your staff went over the surgery and stuff with me of why it takes so long, and it's really not that long.
Yeah.
Just because of everything that I had done too.
Do you remember any of the surgery?
No. No, I remember them putting the IV in, and we talked about this on the last Instagram live, and she was so nice that I was nervous. She knew I was nervous because I know I'm a bad stick. It's hard to get an IV and everything. So I was just nervous in general that something would happen to the IV and I wouldn't be able to go under or whatever the case may be. She started giving me the medication without telling me, which for me, that was great. And she does differently for each patient. She gauges it. And I could feel the medication kicking in. So I turned and looked at her and said, thank you so much for not telling me that you were getting ready to give me the medication. It was just so calm, very relaxing. The whole staff was just phenomenal. And it was nice having one of your staff members in the OR that also had the same surgery as me, the deep neck lift. So that helped a lot. I mean, it was just overall very comforting. I think you've done surgery on like 40% or something of your staff. And I think that already speaks volumes in itself. So it was relatable.
Yeah. So that was Joni that was in the OR with you.
Yeah, Joni. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So Joni's in the OR with you. Megan was in the OR with you. Kelly is our post-operative just workhorse. I like to say I break them and she fixes them. There's a lot of true hand holding and moral support and just caring in the post-operative phase. And no one's like Kelly. She's unbelievable being able to.
She is amazing.
Yeah.
True.
And Sabrina helped probably. You remember little Sabrina?
Yes.
And you know about Sabrina, right?
You did a post, I think it was yesterday or the day before, that she's going to med school, right?
Yeah, she got accepted to med
Yeah.
school, so it's going to be Dr. Sabrina within 5 years, within 4.5 years here, which is awesome.
She was very nice. She's the one that helped me into the hyperbaric chamber. She was very lovely, and I know a lot of her patients are going to absolutely love her.
So touch on hyperbaric. So let's touch on hyperbaric. What was your experience with that?
I
Be
loved
honest.
it. No, I napped the whole time. I'm not claustrophobic or anything, so people that are claustrophobic, I think it would be a little bit more difficult. But it's basically like this little, kind of like a sleeping. It's not a sleeping bag, but it's bigger than a sleeping bag. But you just get inside this machine, and it blows up, and it just helps you heal faster. You can go more into the details of it, of what it does, but it just helps. It helped a lot.
So it's like a giant Tic Tac, or it looks like a Tic Tac or
Yes.
something like that, soft-sided Tic Tac. And you get in there and it inflates, and you're under a little bit of pressure, 30% greater than normal atmospheric pressure. It's almost like when you're descending in the airplane, you kind of feel your ears pop a little bit and that kind of stuff. And that helps drive extra oxygen into your tissues. And there is some science to show that it improves healing. And so we offer it to pretty much all of our Necklift patients. Some take us up on it, some don't. I can't say it's like dramatically, night and day better with and without it. But all the things that we do for healing, it's like, general health overall. One thing is enough. You add as many little positives as you can and make the whole experience as good as you can. That's one of the little positives that we add to try to make the experience better.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see. What else are people asking? So, do dark skinned people scar with these surgeries? Yeah. So darker skin types like mine typically heal into a little more visible incision line. The nice thing about if we can do a deep neck lift alone, like we did for Bethany, is there's no incisions around the ears, only a pair inside the mouth, and then one in the crease behind the chin. She's kind of pink on hers still. That is totally normal, and that will fade to where it's invisible in the end. So, couple questions on chin implant rejection. So chin implants they've been in use in humans since about 1960, and so they're just totally non-issue. I have a whole video on them on my Instagram. You can watch that if you. What else would you like to share, Bethany?
I'm just grateful in general for this new life. It's so interesting. Like I said, looking back at old photographs and just finding you. I've been looking for a doctor. I've wanted rhinoplasty since I was 16, and I'm 32 now. And by the time I found you, like just looking at all the other surgeries and how I can balance out my face, 100%, I would do this again and again and again. I would never go back. I love the results.
Just for the people that are just joining in, that's where we were 3 weeks and 2 days ago. Yeah. And then this is today. And then do the incisions inside your mouth hurt? That's a good question.
No. I'm not even sure exactly where they were, to be honest.
Yeah, most people aren't really aware of them. They're about a third of an inch long, and they're up on the inside of your mouth.
Okay.
Up there, like by your second molar, way up top. So you might, if you feel a little irregularity there, but
I feel a little irregularity. I didn't feel that before because I knew that you did something, so I was, I didn't.
That's how we get the section treated.
Mm-hmm. I mean, even the front view looks better. Like I came to you for a side view, my profile, but even the front, just from taking the buccal fat out and the injections and stuff, it just looks so much better already.
Well, it definitely will.
Yeah.
Let's see. Last couple of questions, and we will let you.
We're in Cali.
What's that?
Someone said, "Where in Cali does she live?" I just moved to LA. I'm done with travel nursing. I need a regular job and consistency of health and wellness.
Actually, no. Let's take 2 seconds.
Okay.
You have actually turned a lot of pages all at once.
And I did.
The surgery was only one of those. Are you comfortable talking a little bit about some of the other pages you're turning? Please tell us.
Oh yeah. Well, I moved to LA specifically for Gold's Gym Venice. It's a gym. There's a lot of just famous people that work out in that gym. I am all about health and wellness. I want to be around people that really inspire me. And I've been trying to, so during the pandemic, I mean, a lot of us nurses and healthcare techs, respiratory therapists, doctors, we've seen a lot of death and stuff. It's just the reality of working the pandemic, and I'm a COVID crisis nurse, travel nurse. So because of that, I was struggling with depression. Just working out and eating healthy has significantly changed my life, and I'm in a much better place now. I didn't need plastic surgery because of what I went through the pandemic. Like, I wanted this. That doesn't affect my physical. It just so I'm here to work out every day and to eat healthy and just change my entire life in a consistent way, because every time I move somewhere else, I try to do that, and the options aren't there. It just depends on, like, last time I lived in Tulsa, Oklahoma, I was working there, which was, you know, great at the time, but they don't have the healthy options of restaurants and stuff like LA has. So I'm here for the gym. I'm here for the Whole Foods in general. Like, they just sell really good foods everywhere in restaurants that I haven't seen anywhere else around the US. And I feel like I'm being a little repetitive. I'm sorry.
No, I think that's
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
So, I mean, it's amazing. So you've done not only improving the outside, you're working on the inside, you're working on lifestyle,
Yeah.
working on your changing same career but different, you know, not travel, you know,
Mm-hmm.
there first. So I applaud you on all. That's a lot to take on all at once. So I applaud you. That's awesome.
It is. Thank you.
See, one more question. Did you take prescription pain pills or just over the counter?
So I was given Tylenol, I believe, Q 4 hours. Every 4 hours you take it. The Tylenol did great, but I also was given Valium and hydrocodone, and it was because of the deep neck lift. If I just had the nose surgery, I would just go home with Tylenol. The neck is much worse than having the nose done, and I had all of it done at once. So I would take a pain medication every now and again, but it would be a half, and I still have the pain meds and I don't even touch them anymore. So I did have a few times of pain medication, yes.
Yeah. So that's my average. So I'd say about half our patients do take pain pills, about half don't take them. This is necks. If it's noses,
Sorry.
but if it's for noses, we don't even prescribe them. For necks, about half taken, uh, and we gave you 10 pills total. So just so you know, we gave you 10 pain pills total, and if you have pain pills left over, that's telling our people that are watching that you did. I
I'm
think
so
they found.
sorry.
That's okay. I think they found you.
Oh, yeah. And here it comes.
All right. So, you know, I think I'm going to let you go. Well, let you go run from the law. I
What was
appreciate
that?
you.
Yes. Thank
And,
you. It was fun. And I'm so sorry for the poor connection. Next time, I will find a great spot. If we do this again, this will not be the case on the
well,
next time.
I hope we definitely do this again. And I just want to say thank you from everyone watching. And we're going to save it. I know people will watch it in the next several days too. So I just want to thank you for
Yeah.
them as well. And guys, we'll send you some updated photos on our post probably in a month or two from now, because she's about 3 weeks post op. Usually the next time we check in is about 3 or 4 months post op. So probably about 3 months from now we'll do a check in. All
Okay.
right. Thank
Thank you
you.
so much. It was a pleasure.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye bye. Bye guys.